Step into the world of style and symbolism as we embark on a journey through the fashion system by Roland Barthes. In the next 30 seconds, we'll unlock the secrets behind the clothes we wear and discover how fashion shapes our identities and societies. Get ready to unravel the threads of meaning woven into every garment. This isn't just about fashion, it's a deep dive into culture, communication, and the language of attire. Stay tuned for a captivating summary that will forever change the way you see the world of fashion. 7 Lessons Learned from This Book. Lesson 1. The Semiotics of Style. In the fashion system, Roland Barthes introduces us to the fascinating world of semiotics, teaching us that clothing is not just fabric, it's a language. We'll explore how each garment communicates messages about identity, culture, and society. Lesson 2. The Myth of the Perfect Wardrobe. Discover the concept of myth in fashion and how the industry perpetuates ideals of beauty and style. Barthes' insights will make you question the standards imposed by fashion and inspire you to embrace your unique sense of self. Lesson 3. The Power of Personal Style. Explore how the fashion system encourages us to see fashion as a form of self-expression. We'll delve into how our clothing choices can reflect our individuality and personality, giving you the confidence to be yourself. Lesson 4. Fashion as a Cultural Mirror. Uncover how fashion mirrors the cultural values and norms of society. Barthes guides us through the ways clothing can act as a reflection of social hierarchies, gender roles, and historical contexts. Lesson 5. The Role of Fashion Media. Learn about the influential role of fashion media in shaping our perceptions of beauty and style. We'll discuss how magazines, advertisements, and photography contribute to the construction of fashion's image. Lesson 6. Decoding Fashion Trends. Barthes helps us decipher the ever-changing world of fashion trends. By understanding the mechanisms behind trend cycles, you'll be equipped to navigate the fashion landscape with confidence and insight. Lesson 7. The Ethics of Consumption. In today's world, ethical fashion is more crucial than ever. We'll explore how Barthes' ideas prompt us to question our consumption habits and consider the social and environmental impact of our clothing choices. Join us as we delve into these 7 invaluable lessons from the fashion system and discover how they can transform your relationship with clothing, style, and self-expression. The Fashion System by Roland Barthes, a detailed summary. Introduction. Roland Barthes, a renowned French literary theorist and philosopher, explores the intricate world of fashion in his seminal work, The Fashion System. Published in 1967, this book delves deep into the semiotics of style, unraveling the language of clothing and its profound impact on society, identity, and culture. In this detailed summary, we will navigate the key concepts and insights presented in the book across its various chapters. Chapter 1. The Language of Fashion. Barthes opens the fashion system by introducing the concept of semiotics, the study of signs and symbols, and applies it to the realm of fashion. He argues that clothing is not merely a practical covering but a complex system of signs that convey meaning and messages. Fashion, in this context, becomes a language with its own grammar and vocabulary. Chapter 2. The Myth of Fashion. In this chapter, Barthes examines the idea of myth in fashion. He contends that fashion creates myths by perpetuating ideals of beauty and style. These myths, often constructed by the fashion industry, shape our perceptions and influence our clothing choices. Barthes urges readers to deconstruct these myths and question the standards imposed by fashion. Chapter 3. Personal Style and Expression. Barthes explores the notion of personal style as a form of self-expression. He argues that fashion should not be a means of conforming to societal norms but a tool for individuals to communicate their unique identity and personality through clothing. This chapter inspires readers to embrace their individuality in their fashion choices. Chapter 4. Fashion as Cultural Mirror. In this chapter, Barthes delves into how fashion reflects the cultural values and norms of society. Clothing, he suggests, is a mirror that reflects social hierarchies, gender roles, and historical contexts. By analyzing fashion through this lens, readers gain a deeper understanding of the social implications of clothing. Chapter 5, The Role of Fashion Media. Barthes examines the influential role of fashion media, such as magazines, advertisements, and photography, in shaping our perceptions of beauty and style. He highlights how these mediums construct images of fashion that influence our desires and choices. Understanding this role of media is essential for critical engagement with fashion. Chapter 6, Decoding Fashion Trends. Fashion trends are a central aspect of the industry, and Barthes dissects them in this chapter. He explains the mechanisms behind trend cycles and the cultural factors that drive them. By decoding fashion trends, readers gain insight into the cyclical nature of fashion and its ever-changing landscape. Chapter 7, The Ethics of Consumption. In the final chapter, Barthes addresses the ethical dimension of fashion consumption. He challenges readers to consider the social and environmental implications of their clothing choices. This chapter encourages responsible and mindful consumption in an era of fast fashion and overconsumption. Conclusion. The Fashion System by Roland Barthes offers readers a profound exploration of the world of fashion as a semiotic language. Through the lens of semiotics, myth, personal expression, cultural reflection, media influence, trend analysis, and ethical considerations, Barthes invites us to critically engage with the clothing we wear and the fashion industry as a whole. This book challenges us to rethink our relationship with fashion and encourages us to use clothing as a means of self-expression while being mindful of its broader societal implications. It remains a foundational work for anyone interested in the intersection of culture, identity, and style. Chapter 8, The Subversive Potential of Fashion. While the fashion system primarily explores the structural and semiotic aspects of fashion, Barthes also hints at the subversive potential of clothing. He touches upon how individuals can use fashion as a form of resistance or rebellion against societal norms. Fashion, in this context, becomes a tool for challenging the status quo and expressing dissent. Barthes encourages readers to recognize the power of fashion in pushing boundaries and redefining conventions. Chapter 9, The Significance of Everyday Dress. In this chapter, Barthes highlights the significance of everyday dress, often overshadowed by high fashion. He argues that everyday clothing is a site of rich semiotic meaning and should not be dismissed as mere utilitarian attire. Exploring the messages conveyed by our everyday clothing choices, Barthes underscores the idea that fashion permeates all aspects of our lives. Chapter 10, Fashion and Identity Politics. As Barthes nears the conclusion of his exploration of fashion, he delves into the realm of identity politics. He examines how clothing can be a powerful symbol of identity, whether it's related to gender, ethnicity, or subcultural affiliations. By unpacking the semiotics of identity in fashion, Barthes invites readers to consider how clothing choices can both reflect and shape one's sense of self and belonging. Conclusion, a call for fashion literacy. In the final pages of The Fashion System, Barthes leaves readers with a call to action. He urges us to become literate in the language of fashion, to critically analyze the clothing we wear and the messages it conveys. This literacy, he argues, empowers us to navigate the complexities of fashion with discernment and agency. Barthes invites us to be conscious consumers and creators of fashion, recognizing that it is not a passive endeavor but an active form of communication. In conclusion, The Fashion System by Roland Barthes is a multifaceted exploration of fashion that transcends the mere realm of clothing. It is a journey into the semiotics of style, the construction of myths, personal expression, cultural reflection, media influence, trend dynamics, ethical considerations, and the subversive potential of fashion. It encourages us to become fluent in the language of fashion and to use clothing as a means of both self-expression and social critique. This book, with its profound insights and intellectual depth, continues to be a timeless resource for anyone seeking a deeper understanding of the role fashion plays in our lives and society. If you found this summary of the fashion system by Roland Barthes intriguing and thought-provoking, then you're in for a treat with the full book. Dive even deeper into the fascinating world of fashion, semiotics, and cultural analysis by grabbing your own copy through the link in the video description below. And if you've enjoyed this summary, don't forget to hit the like button to show your appreciation. Sharing is caring, so please share this summary with your friends and fellow book enthusiasts who might also find it enlightening. To stay updated with more insightful book summaries in this category and explore the profound ideas behind your favorite books, subscribe to our channel now. Join our community of curious minds as we embark on journeys through literature, one captivating book summary at a time. Your support means the world to us, and we look forward to bringing you more enriching content in the future. Thank you for being a part of our reading adventure. Before we embark on this captivating journey through the fashion system by Roland Barthes, it's essential to set the stage by understanding the significance of both the author and the book itself. Roland Barthes, a distinguished French literary theorist and philosopher, has left an indelible mark on the world of cultural studies and semiotics. His work has been instrumental in reshaping how we perceive and analyze various aspects of our culture, and the fashion system is no exception. In this groundbreaking book, Barthes applies his keen intellect and semiotic expertise to the world of fashion, unraveling the layers of meaning woven into the fabric of our daily lives. His insights not only challenge conventional notions of clothing and style but also encourage us to think critically about how fashion shapes our identities, influences our choices, and mirrors our society. As we delve into the summary of the fashion system, keep in mind that Roland Barthes' work has had a lasting impact on the fields of fashion studies, cultural criticism, and beyond. With this understanding, let's explore the key concepts and profound insights this book has to offer. Central themes and premise of the fashion system. At its core, The Fashion System by Roland Barthes is an exploration of the semiotics of fashion, delving into the language, signs, and symbols embedded in clothing and the broader world of style. The book's central premise revolves around the idea that fashion is not merely a superficial or frivolous endeavor. It is a complex system of communication that conveys profound messages about society, identity, and culture. Here are the main ideas and concepts explored in the book. 1. Semiotics of clothing. Barthes introduces the concept of semiotics, the study of signs and symbols, and applies it to fashion. He argues that clothing is a form of language, and each garment communicates messages, reflecting not only personal choices but also societal and cultural influences. 2. Myths in fashion. The book discusses how fashion constructs myths and ideals of beauty, often perpetuated by the fashion industry. Barthes encourages readers to deconstruct these myths, challenging the standards imposed by fashion and exploring the underlying power dynamics. 3. Personal style. Barthes emphasizes the role of personal style as a means of self-expression. He advocates for using clothing as a tool to communicate one's unique identity and personality, rather than conforming to societal norms. 4. Fashion as cultural mirror. The book explores how clothing reflects the cultural values, social hierarchies, and historical contexts of society. It invites readers to analyze fashion as a mirror of societal norms and expectations. 5. Fashion media. Barthes discusses the influential role of fashion media, including magazines, advertisements, and photography, in shaping our perceptions of beauty and style. He highlights how these mediums construct images of fashion that influence our desires and choices. 6. Decoding fashion trends. The book delves into the mechanisms behind fashion trends, dissecting the cultural factors that drive them. Barthes encourages readers to decode trend cycles, providing insights into the ever-changing nature of fashion. 7. Ethical consumption. In the final chapters, Barthes addresses the ethical dimension of fashion consumption. He urges readers to consider the social and environmental impact of their clothing choices, promoting responsible and mindful consumption. In essence, The fashion system invites readers to look beyond the surface of clothing and appreciate it as a form of communication deeply intertwined with our identities, culture, and society. By exploring these themes and concepts, Barthes challenges us to become more conscious consumers and critical thinkers in the world of fashion. The Fashion System by Roland Barthes is not a narrative-driven book with a traditional plot or major events. Instead, it is a work of non-fiction that explores the semiotics of fashion and the cultural significance of clothing. The book is structured as a series of essays and chapters that delve into various aspects of fashion and its communication. While there is no plot or narrative arc in the book, the major turning points are intellectual and conceptual. These include: Introduction to Semiotics. The book begins by introducing the concept of semiotics and its application to fashion. This sets the stage for the exploration of how clothing functions as a system of signs and symbols. Deconstructing Fashion Myths. Barthes challenges the myths perpetuated by the fashion industry, urging readers to question societal standards of beauty and style. This marks a pivotal point in the book, as it encourages readers to think critically about the messages conveyed by fashion. Promoting Personal Style. The book emphasizes the idea of personal style as a means of self-expression and individuality. This concept encourages readers to reconsider their relationship with clothing and style. Fashion as a cultural mirror. Barthes explores how clothing reflects cultural values and social norms. This deepens the reader's understanding of the role of fashion in society. Examining Fashion Media. The book delves into the role of fashion media, including magazines and advertisements, in shaping our perceptions of fashion. This section highlights the power of media in influencing our fashion choices. Decoding Fashion Trends. Barthes dissects the mechanisms behind fashion trends, shedding light on the cyclical nature of fashion and the cultural forces that drive trends. Ethical Considerations. The final chapters address the ethical dimensions of fashion consumption, urging readers to think about the social and environmental impacts of their clothing choices. These turning points represent shifts in the book's focus and the evolution of ideas, rather than traditional plot events. The Fashion System is a philosophical and analytical exploration of fashion and its significance in our lives, rather than a narrative with a storyline. The Fashion System by Roland Barthes offers a wealth of lessons, insights, and messages that resonate with readers seeking a deeper understanding of fashion, culture, and self-expression. Here are the key takeaways. Fashion as semiotic language. The book teaches us to see fashion as a language, where clothing becomes a medium of communication. Understanding the semiotics of clothing empowers individuals to convey messages about identity and culture through their fashion choices. Deconstructing Fashion Myths. Barthes encourages us to challenge the constructed ideals of beauty and style perpetuated by the fashion industry. By deconstructing these myths, we can free ourselves from oppressive standards and embrace our unique identities. Personal Style and Authenticity. The book celebrates personal style as a means of self-expression. It encourages readers to express their individuality through clothing, fostering a sense of authenticity and confidence. Fashion as a cultural mirror. By examining how fashion reflects cultural values and norms, the book deepens our awareness of the societal impact of clothing. It prompts us to consider how our clothing choices are influenced by broader cultural contexts. Media influence and critical thinking. The Fashion System highlights the powerful role of fashion media in shaping our perceptions. It underscores the importance of critical thinking when consuming fashion-related content, enabling us to make informed choices. Trend dynamics and cyclical nature. Barthes provides insights into the mechanisms behind fashion trends, making us aware of the cyclical nature of fashion. This knowledge empowers us to navigate trends mindfully and make choices that align with our personal style. Ethical Consumption. The book raises ethical considerations in fashion consumption, urging us to reflect on the social and environmental consequences of our clothing choices. It promotes responsible and sustainable fashion practices. Subversive potential of clothing. The Fashion System hints at the subversive potential of fashion, where clothing can be a form of resistance and rebellion against societal norms. This idea invites readers to explore clothing as a means of self-empowerment and social critique. Fashion literacy. Ultimately, the book encourages fashion literacy, the ability to read and understand the language of fashion. Developing this literacy enables us to navigate the complex world of clothing with discernment and intention. In summary, the fashion system offers readers a profound perspective on fashion as a multifaceted cultural phenomenon. It challenges us to think critically about our clothing choices, the messages they convey, and their impact on our sense of self and society. By embracing personal style, questioning fashion myths, and considering the ethical dimensions of fashion, readers can cultivate a more mindful and empowered approach to their relationship with clothing and style. The Fashion System by Roland Barthes is undeniably a thought-provoking and insightful work that offers a profound perspective on the world of fashion and its broader cultural significance. While it may not be considered a traditional enjoyable read in the sense of a gripping novel, it is immensely enriching for those interested in philosophy, semiotics, and cultural analysis. Barthes' ability to dissect the semiotics of fashion and reveal the intricate language of clothing is nothing short of remarkable. His exploration of how clothing communicates messages about identity, society, and culture is intellectually stimulating and encourages readers to view fashion in an entirely new light. Throughout the book, I found myself continually reflecting on my own clothing choices, the societal norms that influence them, and the power dynamics at play within the fashion industry. Barthes challenges readers to critically examine their relationship with fashion, offering insights that are both eye-opening and transformative. While the fashion system may not be a casual or light read, its depth and philosophical reflections make it an invaluable resource for anyone interested in fashion studies, cultural analysis, or personal development. It challenges readers to become more conscious consumers and to use clothing as a means of self-expression and cultural critique. In this regard, the book is not only enjoyable in an intellectual sense but also profoundly enriching. The Fashion System by Roland Barthes holds appeal and relevance for a wide range of listeners, as it addresses various life stages, challenges, and aspirations. Fashion enthusiasts, for those passionate about fashion, whether as a hobby or a career, this book provides a deep and intellectual exploration of the subject. It allows them to see fashion beyond its surface and understand the underlying meaning and semiotics. Identity exploration. The book is particularly relevant to individuals at stages of life where they are exploring and defining their identities. Barthes' emphasis on personal style as a means of self-expression resonates with young adults and anyone on a journey of self-discovery. Cultural Studies and Semiotics. Students and scholars in the fields of cultural studies and semiotics will find this book essential for their academic pursuits. It offers a foundational understanding of how cultural symbols, such as clothing, communicate meaning. Fashion industry professionals. Professionals in the fashion industry, from designers to marketers, can gain valuable insights into the cultural and semiotic aspects of fashion. This knowledge can inform their creative processes and marketing strategies. Consumption awareness. In an era of fast fashion and heightened awareness of ethical and sustainable consumption, the book's chapters on ethical considerations and responsible consumption resonate with those striving to make more conscious choices. Philosophical reflection. The fashion system engages listeners on a philosophical level, prompting reflection on the nature of symbols, myths, and the power of cultural constructs. It appeals to those with a broader interest in philosophy and cultural analysis. Personal growth. The book encourages personal growth by promoting authenticity and self-expression. It invites listeners to reconsider their clothing choices and how they use fashion as a tool for personal development. Social and cultural commentary. For individuals interested in societal issues, the book's examination of how fashion reflects cultural values and influences societal norms provides valuable commentary on contemporary culture. In summary, the fashion system is relevant and appealing to a diverse audience due to its multidimensional exploration of fashion as a cultural phenomenon and its impact on identity, society, and culture. Whether listeners are fashion enthusiasts, scholars, professionals, or individuals navigating personal growth and self-expression, this book offers valuable insights and perspectives that can enhance their understanding of and engagement with the world of fashion.